Welcome to Kids Can Cook. My box has arrived. My name is Fraser. So today's recipe is a pasta bolognese. This recipe is quick, easy, nutritious. I actually believe that it's one of the first things I cooked for my family when I started cooking. I got home from school and started to cook my family's dinner. So I thought I would share it with you, bring a little bit of me onto your plate. So most of you will have a box grater. Looks like this. We're gonna use this side, which is the large holes. So we're going to take our ends off our carrots. So when you get to this point, you just want to be careful of your fingers. So you just put your hands flat against the carrot and roll them down. And we'll take our celery. Take the ends off. Right down the center. Okay. That's our water boiling for our pasta. So they're right there. And our celery is ready to go. Give it a little peel. Now, because we want to have a fine dice on our onion, what I like to do is I'll take the knife and I'll go slowly down. Not all the way through, about 3/4 down. And then I'll start to also about 3/4 into the onion. Okay, so now we have our veggies all prepped up. And at this time, I'm going to take my oil. Use about half of the oil in your pan. What I like to do is I'll take my spatula and I'll push down and crush the garlic. So you're gonna use 3 cloves. Then you're gonna take your knife and you're just gonna run it through what you've already crushed down. So as your oil is heating there, you'll see it. And we're gonna slowly start putting them into the pan. So at this point, we're gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little pinch, make sure we get around. And what that does is it also seasons the veg as well as helps it sweat out its juices. So at this point, you'll see that your vegetables are starting to get nice and soft. Your onions are starting to become a little translucent or clear. And I'm gonna add our Italian seasoning. Now the Italian seasoning is a blend of basil, oregano, and thyme. Roughly just about a tablespoon we're gonna put in. So at this point now, we're gonna add the remaining of our olive oil. And we're going to put the beef in. And you'll get 2 pounds of beef for this recipe. Each of these is a pound each. As you've now handled raw meat, we're going to come over to the sink and wash our hands. So we're browning up our beef. This will take about 10 minutes or so. Our vegetables are good. It's now time to add your marinara and your tomatoes. So we'll start with the tomato puree. And now our marinara sauce. So your kit will contain the sauce and the tomatoes separately. They will be labeled for you, but they both go in at the same time. Time to taste the sauce. We'll go in. Okay, so always use a new spoon every time you taste the sauce. You don't want to double dip. So at this point, I'm just going to turn my stove all the way down to low and just let it hold the sauce. Check on our pasta. Now you always want to give your pasta a stir periodically so that it doesn't stick together. Alright, so now we've got our pasta ready. Now this is where we'll need a little help. We'll take our colander, we'll sit it down in our sink, and this is where mom or dad or your brother is where we need some help. So we're going to turn our gas off. We're going to bring our pot over. And it goes right back in our pot. And this is where the magic happens. So we can start to move our sauce into our pasta. Now you can go as saucy as you like. I like it a little saucy. And I like my pasta with just a little bit of parm.